Hello, welcome back to story time at the Story Corner. I didn't read last night. Sorry. The time changed and my schedule's struggling, and I'm struggling to get everything done I need to do. And Caden struggles to be happy at night. Yes, you do. And he was so sad tonight. I'm half an hour late because he was screaming like I'd been working for hours and he was done. So I had to take a few minutes for him. He did write all over my hand with a marker while I was working. Yeah, he's a sweetie. Anyway, I started reading the other night and I only read half the chapter and then I had to go because our steaks were cooking and I had been in a meeting all for hours and then dinner was so late. And anyway, so I only read half the chapter, so I'm picking up where we left off. But before I do, what did you have for dinner? Put it in the chat. I like to ask because I love to get ideas. I like to know what other people are making. I love to cook, and you know how you're always, oh, what should I make? What should I make? It's fun when you kind of hear what other people are doing. Sometimes you, like, there will be times where somebody will say, oh, I'm making something like potato balls, and I'll think, oh my goodness, I've made those forever. That sounds so good. And then you go make them, right? So it's fun for ideas. We had tater tot casserole. We got some tater tots that were really spicy, cheesy, like jalapeno cheese tater tots. And so I made tater tot casserole with those spicy tots, and it was good. It was yummy with a big green salad with tons of veggies, and it was yummy. And then we're probably just gonna have grapes and cheese for dessert because that's what I'm in the mood for. Anyway, and then I do like to show off stuff that I've made. Now, I didn't even pull anything out, so I'll just grab whatever's on top in my little box of stuff. Look at this cute little kind of minty blue, bluish, greenish, my hand with the writing on it, little bear necklace. I've showed you the bear earrings, right? That people love, kids love them, and teachers love them. But the little girls especially love these little gummy bear necklaces. So I put them on so you can see this chain's really short. I put them on a really short little chain, and I've sold quite a few for little girls. They love them. And daddies love to buy them. It's cute. And then, let me see, what else do I have right here? This box is actually almost gone. I had a box of stuff to show off, and I've shown almost everything, so I'll have to pull out another box because I have tons of stuff, so much stuff that I've made. These are just another pair of pumpkin earrings, only they're kind of almost a brown orange, so they're a deeper, darker, super sparkly. I know it's so hard to tell. I'm trying to get the light to show you how sparkly they are, but yeah, they're really cute. The pumpkin earrings have been fun. Anyway, it's not really fall anymore. It's spring. It's not pumpkin time, but people still love them. Pumpkins are cute. Okay, so I'm going to pick back up, but like I said, I left in the middle of the chapter last time, so I'll kind of just do a little recap. They did, how the gentlemen were going to do this bet, the old ladies racing, right? And then they did, and Lord Merton's old lady won, and he was so happy, and he'd been drinking a lot through the day, so when Evelina decided she was going to go in, and he ran over and grabbed her hand to stop her, and sorry, my children are so noisy, and said, don't leave. I can't remember what he said. He was just a real jerk, and the guy that lost, it wasn't Lovell. I can't remember what's his name. I can't remember. Coverly. Oh, the Coverly guy said you can't have the best old lady and the best young lady in the same day, and so then Lady Louisa's really offended because they were saying that she's not the best, which she didn't appreciate one bit because, Evelina's prettier than she is. So now she's offended. Anyway, so that's where we were at. So he has a hold of her hand trying to stop her from leaving because she was going to go in the house. And Lord Merton is holding on to her and won't let her go. So that's where we're at. Hi, baby. You going to come say hi? Gonna come say hi? Mwah. Hi. Are you the sweetest baby? Mwah. I love you so much. Yeah. Oh, he figured out that he likes electronics. Tessa's here. She says, Kaden. Oh, now Kaylissa wants to come say hi.
Hi.
She heard Tess was on here.
Hi.
Oh,
Hi,
Kaden.
Tess.
Kaden says hi. Hi. Oh.
I love you.
Oh, Tess says his smile melts my heart. Oh, I know, right? He's so cute. My goodness, guess what happened yesterday? She says, hey, Kaylissa, I love you. My sister, Laura, texted me and said, hey, I'm in Florida because her daughter, Whitney, lives like 20 minutes away from us.
I'm wearing my cute coat.
Yep, it's too little, though. Look at the sleeves.
Pink
pink on the inside. Yep. Anyway, and so we went to Disneyland. I mean, we didn't go to Disneyland, but we went and met up in Disney Springs and went to lunch and had pizza.
This is one
talked for
purple.
hours.
This is one Mars purple pencil.
Yep.
Looks kind of cool, huh?
Oh, very cool. Anyway, so I got to spend the afternoon with my sister and her 2 daughters. Now, I've seen Laura several times in the past. Well, not since we've been to Florida, but a couple years ago, I've seen her, In fact, I saw her since I've seen...
This is Kane Cute's car.
Not true. I saw her in Vegas like 2 days before we came to Florida and never went back. So I saw her daughters, who I haven't seen since they were like 10. So it's been 20 years, so it was so much fun. Anyway, that was awesome. Okay. Are you guys going to go play now so we can read? Say bye-bye.
That's Kane's awesome car.
Yeah, he likes it. Are you trying to get here? Let's get this out so you guys can go play so that I can read, okay? Anyway. Oh, got it. There you go. Paper clip.
Can I show you one Cutco knife?
You want to show a Cutco knife? You could probably do that, but you'll have to be super careful. She's going to be a Cutco salesperson, let me tell you. Which, by the way, if anybody ever wants anything, my boss lets me do % off now, which I didn't used to could be able to do. So now if you want one knife, I can give you 10% off. Which one are you showing off? Oh, she's not showing off a Cutco knife. That's a salad knife. Let me show them. If you cut lettuce with a steel knife, it goes brown faster. So if you're cutting like a salad, cutting up lettuce for a salad, and you want it to go back in the fridge and last for a couple of days, use a plastic knife. Did you know that? It's a salad knife. I hardly ever use it because I only ever make the salad and put it straight on the plate, and then we just eat it, and I don't make like a bowl that goes in the fridge. I only make exactly what we're going to eat. But if you're ever making a big salad and you want it to last longer, don't use metal because it makes it go brown. Just if anybody ever wondered or didn't know that already. Okay, we ready to read now? The children are so happy to be on here today for some reason. Say hi. Hi.
Here's Kane's bottle of milk.
Say bye-bye. I'm going to go play now. Are you going to go play? He's like, nope, I'm not getting down. Okay, all right. Thank you. Okay, so we're picking up where... I think I already showed that one off. Where Lord Merton is holding Evelina's hand and he won't let her go.
Oh.
Okay, can't be noisy or they can't hear me. We're so noisy over here. Pray, my lord, cried I, let go my hand. Pray, Mrs. Selwyn, speak for me. My lord, said Mrs. Selwyn, in detaining Miss Anville any longer you will only lose time, for we are already as well convinced of your valour and your strength as if you were to hold her an age. My lord, said Mrs. Beaumont, I must beg leave to interfere. I know not if Lady Louisa can pardon you, but as this young lady is at my house, I do not choose to have her made uneasy. I pardon him, cried Lady Louisa. I declare I am monstrous glad to get rid of him." "Egad, my lord," cried Mr. Coverley, "while you are grasping at a shadow, you'll lose a substance. You'd best make your peace while you can." "Pray, Mr. Coverley, be quiet," said Lady Louisa peevishly, "for I declare I won't speak to him. Brother," taking hold of Lord Orville's arm, "will you walk in with me?" "Would to heaven," cried I, frightened to see how much Lord Merton was in liquor, "that I too had a brother, and that I should not be exposed to such treatment." Lord Orville, instantly quitting Lady Louisa, said, "Will Miss Anville allow me the honour of taking that title?" And then, without waiting for any answer, he disengaged me from Lord Merton, and handing me to Lady Louisa, "Let me," added he, "take equal care of both my sisters." And then, desiring her to take hold of one, and begging me to make use of the other, we reached the house in a moment. Lord Merton, disordered as he was, attempted not to stop us. As soon as we entered the house, I withdrew my arm and curtsied my thanks, for my heart was too full for speech. Lady Louisa, evidently hurt at her brother's condescension, and piqued extremely by Lord Merton's behaviour, silently drew away hers, and biting her lips with a look of infinite vexation, walked sullenly up the hall. Lord Orville asked if she would not go into the parlour. "No," answered she haughtily, "I leave you and your new sister together." And then she walked upstairs. I was quite confounded at the pride and rudeness of this speech. Lord Orville himself seemed thunderstruck. I turned from him and went into the parlour, he following me, saying, "Must I now apologize to Miss Anville for the liberty of my interference? Or ought I to apologize that I did not, as I wished, interfere sooner?" "Oh, my lord," cried I with an emotion I could not repress, "it is from you alone I meet with any respect. All others treat me with impertinence or contempt." I am sorry I had not more command of myself, as he had reason just then to suppose I particularly meant his sister, which I am sure must very much hurt him. "Good heaven," cried he, "that so much sweetness and merit can fail to excite the love and admiration so justly their due." Wow, the love and admiration. Oh, now I lost my place. My goodness. I dare not express to you half the indignation I feel at this moment. "I am sorry, my lord," said I more calmly, "to have raised it, but yet in a situation that calls for protection, to meet only with mortifications. Indeed, I am but ill-formed to bear them." "My dear Miss Anville," cried he warmly, "allow me to be your friend. Think of me as if I were indeed your brother, and let me entreat you to accept my best services. If there is anything in which I can be so happy as to show my regard, my respect for you." Before I had time to speak, the rest of the party entered the parlour, and as I did not wish to see anything more of Lord Merton, at least before he had slept, I determined to leave it. Lord Orville, seeing my design, said as I passed him, "Will you go?" "Had not best, my lord," said I. "I am afraid," said he, smiling, "since I must now speak as your brother, I am afraid you had. You see you may trust me, since I can advise against my own interest." Aw, that's cute. She can trust him because he'll advise her to go, even if he wants her to stay. I then left the room, and have been writing ever since, and methinks I can never lament the rudeness of Lord Merton, as it has more than ever confirmed to me the esteem of Lord Orville. Letter 8. Evelina in continuation, September 30th. Oh, sir, what a strange incident have I to recite! What a field of conjecture to open! Yesterday evening we all went to an assembly. Lord Orville presented tickets to the whole family, and did me the honour, to the no small surprise of all here, I believe, to dance with me. But every day abounds in fresh instances of his condescending politeness, and he now takes every opportunity of calling me his friend and his sister. Lord Merton offered a ticket to Lady Louisa, but she was so much incensed against him that she refused it with the utmost disdain. Neither could he prevail upon her to dance with him. She sat still the whole evening and deigned not to look at or speak to him. To me, her behaviour is almost the same, for she is cold, distant, and haughty, and her eyes express the greatest contempt. But for Lord Orville, how miserable would my residence here make me! We were joined in the ballroom by Mr. Coverley, Mr. Lovell, and Lord Merton, who looked as if he was doing penance, and sat all evening next to Lady Louisa, vainly endeavouring to appease her anger. Lord Orville began the minuets. He danced with a young lady who seemed to engage the general attention, as she had not been seen here before. She is pretty, and looks mild and good-humoured. "Pray, Mr. Lovell," said Lady Louisa, "who is that?" "Miss Belmont," answered he, "the young heiress. She came to the Wells yesterday." Struck with the name, I involuntarily repeated it, but nobody heard me. "What is her family?" said Mrs. Beaumont. "Have you not heard of her, ma'am?" cried he. "She is only daughter and heiress of Sir John Belmont." That's Evelina's father, John Belmont. Good heaven! How did I start? The name struck my ear like a thunderbolt. Mrs. Selwyn, who immediately looked at me, said, "Be calm, my dear, and we will learn the truth of all this." Till then I had never imagined her to be acquainted with my story, but she has since told me that she knew my unhappy mother, and was well informed of the whole affair. She asked Mr. Lovell a multitude of questions, and I gathered from his answers that this young lady was just come from abroad with Sir John Belmont, who is now in London, that she was under the care of his sister, Mrs. Patterson, and that she would inherit a considerable estate. I cannot express the strange feelings with which I was agitated during this recital. What, my dearest sir, can it possibly mean? Did you ever hear of any after... Caden, you're so loud. Did you ever hear of any after marriage? Or must I suppose that, while the lawful child is rejected, another is adopted? I know not what to think. I am bewildered with the contrariety of ideas. When we came home, Mrs. Selwyn passed more than an hour in my room conversing upon this subject. She says that I ought instantly to go to town, find out my father, and have the affair cleared up. She assures me I have too strong a resemblance to my dear, though unknown mother, to allow of the least hesitation in my being owned, when once I am seen. For my part, I have no wish but to act by your direction. I cannot give any account of the evening, so disturbed, so occupied am I by this subject, that I can think of no other. I have entreated Mrs. Selwyn to observe the strictest secrecy, and she has promised that she will. Indeed, she has too much sense to be idly communicative. Lord Orville took notice of my being absent and silent, but I ventured not to entrust him with the cause. Fortunately, he was not of the party at the time Mr. Lovell made the discovery. Mrs. Selwyn says that if you approve my going to town, she will herself accompany me. I had 1,000 times rather ask the protection of Mrs. Mervyn, but after this offer that will not be possible. Adieu, my dearest sir. I am sure you will write immediately, and I shall be all impatience till your letter arrives. Okay, well, that's probably all I'm going to do tonight, partly because he's so noisy, and partly because it's almost 10 o'clock, and I still have at least an hour of work to do before I can even clean up and do, like, housework, but I mean, like, getting paid work to do, so I better go, because there's no way I'm getting to bed before the wee hours at this rate. So I'll go, and we will pick up chapter 9 tomorrow. 9? Yeah. On X, right? Okay. Thank you for stopping by. I just love spending time with you guys, and I just enjoy the reading, and I enjoy story time, and I love film night. We have a few minutes together, and even if you can't make it on the live, it's fun to me to know that you can come back and hear the stories, and I just love story time. I always have, so this has been a lot of fun. Aw. Tess says we love you so much. Miss everybody so much. I don't know if this is the best thing to put out on a live stream, but but we're I'm working really hard to try and earn some extra money so we can fly out and go through our storage stuff. We're gonna lose it. We're gonna lose all our stuff. So I am doing a ton of extra hours and extra work, and so I might get to come out and see you guys if I figure it out. So working extra hard trying to figure it out. So I miss you all, and I hope we get to come out, and more on that later. You're so sweet. I love you guys so much. Anyway, I'm excited at the prospect, so we'll see how that goes. But I've gotta get more done. Okay, look. Oh, he loves my new ring. Charles bought me this ring at that fair, and it says Seminia and Charles on it. I don't know how well you can see with the heart. I love it so much. You can't see it very good, but Caden, he's it's new, so he's fascinated by it, and he's always trying to pull it off me and eat it. He wants to suck on it. Yeah, he loves it. Yep. Okay, for just a minute. Yeah, just for a minute. Are you too cute, huh? Yes. Oh, he wants to take it for a ride in the car. All right. Love you guys so much, and see you tomorrow. So thanks for jumping on and stopping by, and thanks for coming to story time. Say bye-bye. Bye. You're so sweet. Mwah. Yeah, you're cute. Good night.